Okay? Now, what's the correct shot depth? I already mentioned the rim's 18 inches. Most of you understand that. Okay? You want to shoot the ball 10 to 12 inches past the front of the rim. 11 inches is perfect. Okay? Now, let's do a real quick survey. How many of you had an arc? We're going to look at the arc first. How many of you had an arc between 43 and 47? Raise your hand. Okay, looks like about a fourth maybe to a fifth of you. All right, how many had hands down? How many of you had an average shot depth between 10 and 12? Much, much smaller number, okay? Maybe 1 out of 8. Now, how many of you had both? Arc between 43 and 47. We got 4, and distance between 10 and 12. It's like we got 5 out of 47 or so. You guys are right on the average, or pretty close to the average. Okay, roughly 1 out of 9 high school basketball players are getting the ball the right arc and the right depth in the basket. Okay, so I'll explain a little bit more as we go through. So you want the ball to be 10 to 12 inches past the front of the rim. Now here's why that is. Back to this graphic. Where is the center of that guaranteed scoring zone? It's not the center of the basket, is it? Okay, right here is where you want to be. Right in the center of that swish and Brad zone. If you turn on, all the seasons are over now, college, NBA, but if you watch a college or NBA game, what you'll find is roughly half of the made shots by those professional players and those highly skilled college players hit the back of the rim. If you're training yourself that you want to swish every shot, you're training yourself to miss short. Okay? You're training yourself to shoot it right here in the center, and you got this big guaranteed scoring zone in the back part of the basket that you aren't using, okay? But all the great shooters have figured that out. They all get it deep, and they all take great advantage of that scoring area. Okay? So I can't stress that enough. Every great shooter I've ever tested, and I'm about to show you some of them, they all shoot the ball deep in the basket, okay? Here's how much take a look at your arc plot again. Here's how much your distance affects your scoring percentage. This was a part of this research study we did with Gonzaga. And what you see here, here's my shot depth, and you see at 11, 10 to 12 right here is where I'm going to make the most shots. Many of you that are in the 50s that shoot the ball too high, you're missing short. Many of you that are shooting too flat, as a general rule, miss long. Okay, so what you see here, the green bar is the percentage that swishes. The yellow bar is the percentage that hit the back of the rim and go down. So what you see at 11, again, that's where everything is optimal. So those of you, there were several of you that are shooting at 6 or 7, you're losing 25 percentage points right out of the gate because you're not giving the ball a chance. You're not getting the ball deep enough in the basket to really give it a chance to score. Okay? All right, 45-11. I've already mentioned that, but I wanted to reiterate it here. That's the 2 magic numbers I want you to remember. Okay? You want the ball coming in at 45 degrees. You want to shoot 11 inches past the front of the rim. You want to build the muscle memory so you can consistently repeat that shot. Okay?